Joshua 2:11 says, "And as soon as we heard it, our hearts melted, and there was no spirit left in any man because of you. For the Lord your God, he is God in the heavens above and on the earth beneath." Now, take note of this. Verse 11. This is a key verse for you to always remember in your Bible study. Because when Israel came out of Egypt and they were encamped at Mount Sinai and they were receiving the law, and then Moses sent out 12 spies into the land, and those 12 spies came back with an evil report and stirred up the congregation, saying, "We cannot go into the land because God will not be faithful. He will not fight for us. He will not fulfill his promises." And all of Israel disobeyed God, and for 40 years they were judged to wander the wilderness until every man in that generation died. Well, this is what Rahab says. As soon as we heard it, going back to verse 10, when God dried up the Red Sea for them 40 years earlier, as soon as we heard it, that would not have taken very long at all. Sure, they didn't have email or texting or social media or anything like that, but news of that sort would have traveled fast. And Rahab says, as soon as we heard it, my people, as soon as we heard it, our hearts melted. What does this mean? This means that Israel could have come 40 years earlier. That's what that means. As soon as we heard it, our hearts melted, and there was no spirit left in any man. All of their morale was gone. There was no spirit left in any man because of you. Why? Because the Lord your God, this is why Yahweh was coming. Yahweh was coming. There was no spirit left in any man because of you, for the Lord your God, he is God in the heavens above and on the earth beneath. He is God. He of the heavens and the earth, in the heavens above and on the earth beneath. See, he's not just a distant God somewhere far off in the heavens above, but he is also on the earth beneath. He is present with us, with his people, specifically his people Israel, and he's fighting on their behalf, and he's fulfilling his promises that he has made to them and their forefathers. And God is in charge of the heavens and the earth. Thus, all things belong to him, and all people belongs to him. Everything is under his jurisdiction. And so he has the right to do with anyone and everything as he pleases. Yahweh is coming. This is why all of Canaan was in great fear. Great fear. Because Yahweh was coming. And he was coming to give Israel this land and drive out the inhabitants. And so Joshua 2:11, Rahab says, as soon as we heard it, everything that the Lord your God did, our hearts melted, and there was no spirit left in any man because of you. For the Lord your God, he is God in the heavens above and on the earth beneath. I encourage you, never forget this verse right here. What a verse. What a verse to keep in mind. Joshua 2:11.